What's up, guys? Welcome to new vlog. We are right now on the way from Germany to Austria. Just arrived a few hours ago to Munich, and we took a car and now heading to Austria, where we're gonna spend a day there, just kind of like filming, shooting, because we're gonna be staying next to the mountains, so hopefully it will be nice. And afterwards we're gonna head to Italy to meet David. He's a friend of mine, which will record videos for his business, and then we'll have another meeting with our client, and we're gonna have more and more footage. So guys, a lot of stuff. Probably gonna divide this in 2 vlogs. Make sure to check all the previous vlogs from our trip Manila. It's not getting as high as the first one, so make sure to check it out right now if you haven't seen that yet. And in the meantime, enjoy this vlog and let's go! Yo!
Amico.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Sorry, man. Alex.
David.
So, you know, it's just for us, it's really surprising to see the view like this, because we didn't expect at all to see. And so first thing, can you just tell us about yourself and about your business as well after? We just arrived to Austria, Innsbruck, so we're gonna be here for the rest of the day. We're gonna eventually try to go up there and see if we can first get there and then access, because there's amazing views and you can see everything pretty much from the top. So we're gonna go up there now with the train. And hopefully it will be fun. But yeah, so far we got here pretty fast, 2 hours from Munich, not that far. And then tomorrow we're gonna go to Italy, and then it's gonna take another 2 hours. So good trip so far, everything as planned. Good car as well, so I'm glad we took that, because it's safer, of course, to have a bigger car and just eventually you drive. A lot of people drive so crazy because there is no 70% of the roads in Germany has no limits, so that's why it's better to go for a more safer option. But yeah, let's go up there and see in the mountains what we can see. Let's go! So, you know, it's just for us, it's really surprising to see the view like this, because we didn't expect at all to see. And you can even go higher, which we're planning to do. And obviously it's getting also cold, because down there is like plus 30 and here is like, I don't know, plus 15. Alright guys, so we're in Innsbruck now, heading to Italy now, just trying to put the stuff in the car. And we're gonna meet David in Italy, Milano, so we're gonna record an interview with him. We're gonna have also more footage for our vlog, hopefully. So we're gonna have a drone footage as well now, so let's see if we can get from here first.
A tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I send a letter to my mommy on the way. I dropped it, I dropped it, I dropped it. Yes, on the way.
Amigo, I see your mom.
Where are you?
I see your mom. Crazy, man, crazy. How are you, man? Good to see you, good to see you, man. Alex.
David.
All right, let's go. David, man, thank you so much for meeting me and
Thanks for
hosting as well. I know it's funny, we actually tried now 2 times to repeat the beginning part, but all good, man. Let's do the interview. Thank you again for being with me, playing. You know, we've been hitting for a while and it looks weird, it feels weird as well because I haven't played for a while, not like we used to play back in America. So first thing, can you just tell us about yourself and about your business as well after?
So I'm 23 years old. I went to college in the United States.
Yeah, and that's where we pretty much met. We met a little bit before that.
Actually we met in high school.
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year of high school, then you went straight to college, and I stayed there for 1 more year, and then I started playing college tennis in
yeah, I remember.
At Old Dominion, Virginia, and then I stayed there for 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my major, I decided to do a semester abroad in London, and actually it was very good for my experience overall. And then I started in January to do an internship at Head, the tennis company which makes the rackets and shoes and clothing. And then now I just got done, and now I'm trying to push my business as much as I can for 1 or 2 years, and then I will see what's happening.
Well, before all of that you also played professionally, as we played a lot of tournaments also together and stuff, so I guess it came from right?
It came from tennis, from my passion.
Yeah.
And we played a couple of tournaments together. We actually met in Atlanta sometimes doing a future event. Then in the summer, when I was coming back from college, I was playing with an American guy, Nick. He came here for a few weeks, and we traveled all over Germany, Austria, and France, and we played some futures. And then, that was my summer, and then I was going back to college, and then going home, playing tournaments. And
So you started your own thing pretty much like on the last year of university, right? So like somewhere in that?
Exactly.
So what is the idea came to your mind? Like why did you decide to start?
So at the beginning, when I started this process myself in high school, I found it really hard to get like all the transcripts translated, all the documents, all the visa, and actually to find the right college and the right team was very difficult alone. I knew there were many agencies, but I went through my academy and that helped me a lot. But I always had in mind that I wanted to do this service or this kind of business to help it, especially Italian players, because I saw that overall in the college teams there were not so many Italians compared to other European countries.
Yeah. And so basically I'll just explain, we're tennis players, and a lot of tennis players nowadays, they go to US because they can get the studies done, so they can get a really good degree, and at the same time they can still pursue their career in tennis, because a lot of them, obviously they're trying to go pro, but as we know, going pro after high school it's very difficult, and it's a really low percentage. Even though pro players, they start to play well when they are nowadays, when they're like 23, 24, like they're starting to feel much better on the court and starting to get results. So it's necessary, and a lot of parents, they also say like you need to have education, right? So it's extremely hard to do both things, especially like in Russia, where I'm from, it's impossible to do it. That's why a lot of people just go pro. I assume in Italy is similar, right?
Italy is the same.
Yeah.
Unless you're a very, very talented player, you need to drop school and pursue tennis, or you do the opposite and you have to give up your passion and focus on studying.
Yeah, because the studies is like from 9 to 6 pretty much, right? Goes. But in America it's different, because the college university sport there is much more developed, and a lot of teams like in other sports like basketball, soccer, football, they play there, then they can go professionally playing as well. So that's why there is a lot of different also help from other like agencies who does help players, right, to get to those universities. Because myself, I was doing that process, you were doing the same, so we had to email like 200 coaches, we had to send them portfolio results, videos as well,
Videos.
right? We have to also meet them at some point just to have one-on-one talk. So there's just a lot of things go there. Plus, you need to get to the university, so you need to apply for TOEFL, right? SAT, right? So it's just a lot of things. So of course, if you're new to this, you don't have much time, because I guess time is the key in your business, because you don't have much time to apply, and then you basically use the service which David, for example, is doing, where you can get everything done for you, and you can just focus on your tennis and then get those contacts. So can you just maybe explain like step-by-step process, like how it's usually done? So let's say I'm a player, I want to play in the college tennis. So what will you do first?
Yeah, so the first thing, the most important thing, and many players don't know that, is to start early.
Yeah.
So the best thing, it will be around January of your last year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And there you should start to look at any agency or by yourself to get in contact with coaches already. So what we offer is like the person calls us. Mm-hmm. So basically you just call me and I can provide you the most important steps to do this. And we do that with you step by step. And we follow you in every single thing. So the first things are on the academic side. You need to register for the SAT test, TOEFL test, and then you also have to translate your transcripts. Yeah. So most of the time you translate all of them, and then you wait until your high school diploma, where it certificates that you are done with high school, and then this is for the academic side. On the athletic side, you need to register for the NCAA account. Yeah. And that's probably the most difficult thing, because you need to be very, very careful to be eligible. Otherwise, they could tell you that you're not eligible and you cannot play, or you cannot get a scholarship to play in college. And then we provide a college video, or you record it by yourself, or we come to your place and then we record, we edit, and then we do a small video with your presentation about like 5-6 minutes. And then we publish it on our channels, we send it to coaches, and we share it on YouTube. And then most of the time, coaches look at the video and then they contact us directly. And then what we also do is, if you want to do it by yourself, we can also prepare a college letter, which you can then send to all the coaches you are interested, or the universities, and then you can start to get in contact with them.
So I think, it's really great, because you have everything, like you said, academic side, because that's also important to make sure, like when you need to take the exams, what you need to maybe prepare on, when you need to prepare for them as well. So I think that's extremely important. What about, let's say, okay, so I want to do it. So what is the approximate cost for the service like that? What should I be at least have in my mind?
So as I said at the beginning, it depends a lot how early you start with the process.
Yeah, on your current situation.
On your current situation. And then we estimate a price. So for example, if you start in the perfect ideal moment, so around January of your last year, and you have a good level of tennis, it will be approximately about $2,000. That's the average. And with the hope that a player can get a full scholarship, so he doesn't have to pay anything for his school, for the books, for living, for playing tennis, equipment and everything for the next 4 years.
Yeah. And basically, $2,000, but the education in US costs like over like 30,000 per year, right? So it's if
average
you take
30,000 a year.
Yeah, so if you take that like 2,000, and if you get it, it's it's amazing deal for them, because otherwise they can maybe miss one step, and then they have to go. They might be ineligible, so they have to pay full tuition, and then it's like it could be even more, like $100,000, right, per year. So I think that's incredible help, because you probably, if you do it yourself, you need to really investigate a lot of stuff and research and all that stuff. So I think it's amazing. So are you focusing, do you focus right now on certain markets? So I heard you were...
Yeah, so at the moment, I'm only providing the service for Italian players. And if some players or coaches are partner of PTR, Professional Tennis Registry, we also help them. But at the moment, it's only for Italian tennis players, because that's the minority of players there. Yeah.
So we're at the tennis courts, arrived now, and we're here already Gonna hit with David. He's coming just right now. So wanted to say about David as well and why we're here playing tennis and stuff. So I got to meet him in US when I was there in high school. I got to meet that guy who is coming just now. So we met there, started to play tennis, started to talk to each other, play tournaments and all that stuff. It's fun. So did 1 year high school.
7 or 8.
Then we started to play some tournaments. We went to also Ultra Music Festival.
Yeah.
Remember?
Miami.
Good fun. Yeah. So we've been playing for so long. We played so long. So now we're gonna hit a little bit. Remember those moments from the past, and then we'll see Merano. Hopefully it's not gonna be raining. Let's go. Are you looking to scale this? Do you think like this could be really scalable in the future?
There's a big potential. The market is open. There are, in the international side, there's a lot of competition. There are already 2-3 big agencies that do that. But starting in Italy, just focusing on tennis, and then moving to other countries where there is more need, there is a huge potential, I think.
I think in every business you start with like a niche, right?
Yeah.
And then for us it was like an Instagram thing, like a small thing,
Yeah.
and then you potentially expand in the other areas. So I think that's great. And what about the competition? So I assume, like you mentioned, there's few agencies. What is your competitive advantage, among them, or what is your core in the business?
So the most important thing we have is that all my team had experience and was playing college tennis. So they lived the college experience and they have the passion to do that job. And then what we also have is we have many contacts in the college tennis business. We have probably more than 800 coaches already in direct contact with us. So that was a huge starting step. And from what I've seen from other companies, like how I started my first year, it started quite well. And I think we can do good, and it's always good to have competition because you can compare yourself, you can push each other, and then the market is open, so all of them can succeed at the same time, but you can improve just because of them. Because without them, it could be very difficult to improve.
Yeah, I totally agree, because a lot of people say like, oh, competition, they don't really like to talk about that, but at the same time, this could be good because you can, I don't know, also partner or not partner, but just collaborate with other maybe agency, and you can guys win both, right? You will win and the agency will win as well. So I think it's just a good thing, and also learning from others and seeing their process, maybe applying some things to you as well. I think that's amazing. So what are your plans as well, like for the future? So right now, it's 1 year old, right? So you've been doing this for 1 year.
So September is going to be my first year doing this. And now, starting September, I will push this business 24/7. So I will just focus on that. And I will try to do some scouting. So travel to the main tournaments in Italy. Then I will go to national training centers because the missing part here in Italy is that they don't have the information. Maybe they want to do it, but they have no idea how much potential there is behind. So about the scholarship and everything, and the level of tennis. Because many think they go to college and the tennis is just a second part. But it's wrong, because the tennis in college, as you know, it's like huge level. It's probably like around future or even challenger level. So you can improve, and then you can try also to go professional afterwards. So I will try to spread more information as possible, doing presentations, conferences, even with coaches, because there are so many coaches that can provide this information directly to their players who work with on a daily basis. So that's the first thing, and then I will try to advertise online, because now it's a huge thing.
Yeah, like social media.
Social
is big
medias.
as well, especially all the players. They use the social media. So.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram
Yeah.
mostly. Then YouTube as well.
Mhm,
I think
mhm.
it's good because we have our own channel on college videos
Yeah.
for the players. Plus, we will do also one for coaches,
Mhm.
so they can directly access to the videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how I will start. And then maybe I will do also I will have my own scouts. So like
Mhm.
tennis coaches have the possibility to like find a player for me. So
Mhm.
there will be official scouts for my business, and they will help us to contribute to help players to succeed in college
Mhm.
and tennis.
Yeah, yeah. David, I know you're very hardworking. I know you for already so many years. But what, like, you describe all these things, and it's a long journey in your business, especially because you have to build more and more and eventually expand. But what, like, drives you? Like, what maybe motivates you to wake up every day, pursue you? Because you said you're gonna do this, in September even more because you had an internship, right? You were also finishing studies. But I know you were working really hard at night, preparing the website. What drives you, to do this?
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing is probably the passion about tennis.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have to think about what I want to do in my future, I want to stay in tennis.
Yeah.
And I found this opportunity because it's new in Italy, and it's the best way to stay in contact with players inside the tennis field,
Mm-hmm.
and even outside with other people, and stay in contact with college,
Mm-hmm.
which for me was an incredible experience. And so I put these two things together, and then I
Yeah.
just tried to start,
Mm-hmm.
and things started well. So I said, why not just try 1 or 2 years and see how it goes?
Mm-hmm.
But for now, there is big
Yeah.
opportunity.
How many players you have already helped?
Yeah, at the
to get all
moment I have 10 clients,
Mm-hmm.
which maybe for other businesses is not a lot, but for this specific business, because it's a very small niche,
Yeah.
it's quite good.
Yeah.
So I have 10 players, which 8 people are already signed with the school,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them find a full scholarship, so they
Mhm.
don't have to pay anything for at least the first year or the next
Yeah.
4 years. And then I actually had one player sign yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and
Congrats.
and then I have one more player who is looking for a school. I had a coach who came just for him from US to Italy to
Mhm.
watch him play for a couple of days, and now we are negotiating his scholarship and his
Mhm.
possibilities. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing because you have to develop also those connections with coaches, right?
Yeah.
You have to be good at networking with them and then also with the players. So I'm sure you're gonna do really well, expand, because it's a great business as well. Like you're still in sport, you're still in tennis. You can play, you travel, you analyze different players, and it's amazing because I can say it's one of the probably best businesses to have as a tennis player. But at the same time, it's not easy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of work.
you have
and
to
a lot
put
of-
in a lot of work. It's very demanding, and it's not gonna be like 8 hours a day. You're gonna stay up
Yeah.
all night, keep doing all the stuff. You
Yeah.
need to get the stuff on time.
Yeah.
Even maybe a coach, even the time difference. Some
Yeah, it's
coaches
true.
want to talk with me on Skype about one specific player, and I need to manage my time, and even in the
Mhm.
evening call them, stay with them a couple of hours, and just to
Yeah.
make sure the player finds the right school
Yeah.
and the
yeah.
right tennis team.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's gonna work out. You're gonna do well. So David, thank you so much,
Thank you
man.
so
it's
much.
a pleasure. Thank you for hosting me. It's second time here
Thank
in
you
Merano.
for coming.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
hope you like the place.
No, the place is amazing. I mean, that's why also always wanted to come to see you, because you live in Merano in
Yeah.
Italy, and it's small city, right? It's
a small
not,
city.
It's not big, but it's very nice because you have those mountains, all that stuff. So it's very nice atmosphere. So thank you, brother.
Thank you
Sure,
so much.
We're
man.
gonna have more stuff coming up, but thank
sure.
thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Can you save my heavy dirty soul? Can you save my